Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Watchers Podcast with your hosts, Brad and Colson.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Are we square?
Four tails! Oh, Jesus, man, that's a culture.
And here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Brad, here with Colson Oliver.
Hello.
And today we're giving you a top 25. Cue the top 10 music, Colson.
Will do.
It's our Sunday Top 10.
Colson, how's it going today?
It's going good.
Good.
And you?
Pretty good.
It's good.
Holidays are just right around the corner.
Yep.
We came here today to record this episode. You unwrapped my package. We
right.
Stood under the mistletoe.
Let's rephrase. Unwrapped your delicious package.
That's right.
It's a good treat.
Yes, it was one of those ham packages. That's with right. The crackers, the little mustards, and the cheese.
That's right.
Yeah, totally delicious.
Loved it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
So, now that package is unwrapped,
yep,
it's time to unwrap our top 50 to 26.
Yeah.
We're counting it down.
Getting it done.
Yeah, for anyone tuning in, and this is your first episode, we've been counting down our top 100 movies of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, so go back and check out the last two episodes we did. This one, we're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of it,
yep,
as an Islander would say.
That's right.
I'm very curious what your number 50 is.
Yeah, well, let's get it started. Number 50 for me, I have Fatal Attraction. Have you seen this movie?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's
I've heard of it.
It's
never seen it.
A fantastic movie. I love it. I know that it's got Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, and they both have been approached on numerous occasions to have people thank them for saving their marriage.
Really?
Because it's basically, if you don't know, it's about a guy who has an affair over a weekend, and that affair leads to crazy stalking.
Ooh.
So people come up to them both and are like, thank you, you have saved my marriage, because I was way too terrified to do anything extramarital activity.
That's funny.
Yeah, so great watch. It's a thriller, classic 80s, shit. Yeah. I love it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I will have to watch that one.
Have to get on it.
My number 50 is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Had Rise at number 53 last week. Yeah, I think Dawn's just a little bit better. I really, really like this one. I find it really tense. There's some really great scenes.
Yeah.
The acting's just fantastic.
Love the movie.
Me too.
Yeah, clearly. Number 49, I have Back to the Future Part 2. Love Part 1. Possible spoiler for what's to come. But, yeah, Part 2 is... It's not... obviously not equally as good as, maybe you'll hear Part 1 a little bit higher, but still a fantastic sequel. One of the best sequels out there, I would think. I would say, in my opinion. It's just... it's a solid follow-up to a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
My number 49, another movie about marriages gone sour, Marriage Story.
Oh. Oh. Go back and listen to us talk about this one.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago now, I guess.
Yeah,
eh?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great acting all around. Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver,
Yeah.
Laura Dern, your favorite there.
Oh, I love her.
Ray Liotta,
Yeah.
too. One of his last big movies he
Big
would have
movies,
done.
yeah.
Except one coming out
That's right.
next year that we're both very excited for.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It kind of hits all your emotions when you're watching it, and you feel like shit, and you laugh. And yeah, good movie.
Adam Driver, this movie really put him in my radar.
Yeah.
I love him now.
Yeah.
And it's mostly from this movie, so. Number 48 for myself, I have Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, so it was your 53, you said, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
I just thought, not much I can say. I think it's just a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
All around, so, yeah.
Needed more Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only complaint.
Yep.
My 48, probably one of the newest movies we've watched recently, and that's Terrifier 2.
Oh, nice.
I loved it.
That's good.
Art the Clown, just on a whole other level in this movie.
Oh, for sure.
All his mime work and facial expressions and stuff. And
Yeah.
it just great. I loved it.
I'm just thinking about it. So many good scenes. in
Yeah.
that. It's a good pick. Number 47 for me, I have it Speed. Keanu Reeves and Jeff Daniels. It's a fucking classic 90s action
Yeah,
movie.
that's a perfect pair.
Yeah. If you go to Los Angeles and you're going from Disney to Universal, if you have a good driver, normally you'll take like a tour bus type thing and they chat the whole way. And they'll give you, this, if you look out your right window, you'll see where they filmed some Gilligan's Island or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I've been down there twice, and both times I've got if you look above, this is the gap that the bus jumped. And it's like, underneath it. It's so exciting. But no, I love the movie. It's a great, great action movie from the 90s, as I said. So
Yeah.
Number
47 for me, Pearl.
Oh.
Ty West.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I just watched this on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this your first time?
First time.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it or not.
No, I just watched it a couple days ago.
And what did you think?
For the people who can't see, I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Good. That's what
Not quite with X for me personally.
Yep.
But I loved it.
I thought Mia Goth was just incredible. That monologue she does at the end.
Oh, I know.
You're just like, this girl has to get an Oscar.
I said to my wife while we were watching it, like, this has got to be like 8 pages of shit. And I don't know if she has the papers in front of her or what, but it was amazing that she was able to do that. And the emotional, hit the emotions and everything. It was really well done.
Yeah. Hopefully she gets noticed for that.
Yeah, that'd be
she
great.
Probably won't because it's a horror movie,
course.
but let's hope.
It's a good pick.
Yeah. Basically what I said. Girl, Mia Goth's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole story. Great prequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Number 46 for myself, I have JFK. 3-hour-long masterpiece in my opinion. Yeah, one of those ensemble casts that even if a person's only in it for 2 or 3 minutes, it's like that person's in it.
Yeah.
And it's huge. Love the story. Love everything about it. The whole conspiracy thing. It's like, I'm not a crazy conspiracy guy, but this one does fascinate me because there's so much shit wrapped up. Like,
this one seems like one of the most plausible.
Yeah.
That it wasn't actually what they say it is.
Right.
Just the more that comes out over the years, the more you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, great movie, though.
My number 46 is J.P. Jurassic Park.
Okay.
One of the best movies of all time.
Definitely.
I can't say anything bad about it. It's just...
I gotta say, I thought this would be higher on your list. I'm kind of surprised it's as low as it is.
Yeah, well,
But
who knows what 45 to number 1's going to
That's
be
right.
if Jurassic Park's at 46.
I'm just hoping Jurassic Park 3 is in the top 10, but we'll see.
Oh, all of the
No,
Jurassic
wait,
Park
I like Jurassic
movies.
Park 3. The Lost World, there you go.
Yeah,
That
the
one.
Forbidden Kingdom or something, or whatever it's
One
called.
of those ones.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, perfect movie.
Oh, it's great.
Some of the best scenes in film ever. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
they open those doors up in the Brontosaurus
Yeah.
walking by,
Yeah.
like just the music.
Music, classic.
I listen to the Jurassic Park
Yeah.
score
Yeah, you
sometimes
said
when
that
I'm
before.
driving. I
That's
love
funny.
it. Yeah.
That's good.
You're number 45.
45 for me. I have National Lampoon's Vacation. So the original Vacation
Nice.
that started it all. It's basically everything that can go wrong on a family vacation. They kind of do it all, which it's like that would never happen, but they do it so well that it's great.
Yeah. It's a Lampoon's thing.
right.
Like they same with their Christmas vacation.
right.
Everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
That's right. No, I love them.
Yep.
Yeah, you're number 45.
Mine is Us.
Okay.
One of my favorite Jordan Peele movies. I like it quite a bit better actually than Get Out.
Okay.
The ending gets a little wonky, but everything leading up to it is just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, acting, like overall atmosphere of the thing. You got some cool music in there, and just so much hidden imagery and stuff that I'm a nerd about and like to look up.
That's good. Number 44, I have The Godfather Part 2.
Nice.
I would recommend if you haven't seen the Offer, which is a Paramount Plus TV series they did, I believe. It's more on The Godfather, but they do, it's still a great behind the scenes on how the movies were made and stuff. I don't know how much of it's actually true because you never really know, but it's still a fun watch. But The Godfather 2, I love it. Love the whole Italy.
Yeah.
De Niro is young Vito Corleone. It's great. It's a yearly watch.
It's funny how drastically different our 44s are going to be.
Okay.
Yours is like an all-time classic movie.
Right, yeah.
Mine is about a lady who's pregnant and getting hunted to get her baby ripped out of her belly.
Nice.
And that movie is called Inside.
Right.
Not the US remake. You got to watch the French one. It's one of the best horror movies. It's so gory and crazy.
I believe this is one that you've recommended to me back in the day.
Probably.
Yeah.
I remember finding it in Rue Morgue magazine. They did an article and it was like, goriest movies of all time. So this was on there. Cannibal Holocaust,
Yuck.
Brain Dead, Itchy the Killer. Yeah, it's been like at least 10 years. I can't remember them all, unfortunately. But
That's good.
Murders.
Nice. Number 43, I have The Godfather.
Hey,
So
imagine.
I like The Godfather just a little bit more than The Godfather Part 2. All the reasons I talked about The Godfather 2, I love The Godfather Part 1. James Caan is the main reason why I put it above Part 2. But, great movie.
I assume part 3 is going to be next.
Oh, you know it. I'm a classic Godfather fan. Part 3 is number 1 always.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
My number 43, District 9.
Okay. Neil Blomkamp. I don't know his name.
And Charlton Copley.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember going to see this movie with very little knowledge of what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Other than, I guess, they wanted to make a Halo movie at the time. And then it turned into this instead because of reasons that I don't know. But I was like, yeah, okay, we'll go see it.
Why not?
And it just like blew my mind.
Yeah.
The CGI in that movie is incredible. It still holds up.
Yeah.
Like the prawns they're called.
Prawns.
They look real.
Yeah, they do.
It's so insane.
Yeah, that's a really well done movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Charlton or whatever his name is as the main character is just fantastic. He's such a dick. and then you end up feeling really bad for
Yeah.
him.
No, it's a well done movie for sure.
Yeah.
Number 42, I have The Burbs.
Hey, good one.
Yeah, one of my favorite comedies that's not really a laugh out loud comedy. It's one of those darker comedies. If you haven't seen it, get on it. Tom Hanks plays a suburban knight in a cul-de-sac, which people claim to hate because there's only one way out.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. This movie makes me want to live in like that neighborhood or a neighborhood like that. I'd probably hate it because I love watching my movies extremely loud, and I just imagine living with neighbors that close. I'd be getting bangs on my door and stuff. But no, this is a great, funny comedy.
It is. There's two movies that do this that make me want to live in the town.
Okay.
The Burbs is one of them, and Christmas with the Cranks is the other one. Always.
The old neighborhood shit fun.
Yeah. Neighborhood shit fun.
Caveman. Yeah. Your number 42.
My number 42 is My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay.
Yeah, just classic Studio Ghibli movie. Crazy, good animation. Good story. Great characters. Great music. Everything about it is just really, really good. Me and my kids watch it quite frequently.
That's good.
They love it too.
That's good. Number 41, I have Gangs of New York.
Good movie.
I got to this one late. I was already living out here, so that had to be 5 or 6 years after it came out.
Really?
I had heard about it, just basically, it's so long, but it's only 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I've watched much longer. And like I've said before, long movies don't bother me. The acting in this movie, Daniel Day-Lewis, how he didn't win an Oscar for this movie just baffles me. And not only that, but the fact that they built this massive, 5 points area of New York, made it look like 1860s New York, and then they gave the Oscar to Chicago for doing, theater shit. And it's they built, this massive set.
Yeah.
And it bums me out that it didn't get the recognition I feel it deserved.
Yeah,
there's a specific scene. Daniel Day-Lewis taps his glass eye with a knife. It's just and apparently that was improv. He just kind of brought a knife up and then they had to add the sound in. I love it. Great movie.
Yeah. My number 41, Up.
Okay.
I don't have many Pixar movies on this list, actually. Yeah. This one, really like it. Mostly the first 15, 20 minutes of it, more so than the rest of the movie.
Right.
But I find that 20 minutes is so strong that it warrants a place. So.
Yeah. No, it's a well done opening.
Yeah.
You had, not to get too personal here, something about the music was played at your wedding, though.
That's right.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it when you guys were when we walked down the aisle?
Whenever we left.
Okay.
Yeah. The leaving.
After all the marriage stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the music at our wedding, and we copied the mailbox too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We had the handprints on the mailbox with their names on it. Nikki painted it.
Until the snowplow fucking said see you to that thing.
Yep.
Yeah, those snowplows.
Seeing those soon.
Yeah. Number 40 for me, I have Backdraft. Have you seen this movie?
Nope, but we've talked about it.
Yeah,
many times now.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. Firefighting, it's fucking awesome.
That sounds great.
Ron Howard directed it. Firefighters call it the best made firefighter movie of all time.
Really?
So you got to check it out. And I was bummed because my second time at Universal, the first time I went, there was a Backdraft exhibit or whatever the hell they call it. And I was telling my wife, we got to go here. And we go there, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was right here. This looks familiar. And I asked somebody who worked there, and she's like, oh, that just got shut down, a month ago. And we're like, fuck.
That sucks.
Anyway, it's gone now, so. Your number 40.
My number 40, Halloween Kills.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't, but I mean, the title is Halloween Kills.
Exactly.
And that's what he does.
That's exactly it.
I could do with less of the, like, evil dies tonight,
Right.
townspeople, angry mob stuff.
Yeah.
I understand what they were trying to accomplish with it.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I thought this movie was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I loved all the, like, 70s shots that
Right.
they do.
Yep.
And how they made it look old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a great
Good.
movie.
Number 39, I have Slapshot. Classic 70s sports movie comedy.
Yeah.
Paul Newman, the Hanson brothers, fucking fighting.
The band?
It would only be so much better if it was the band singing Bop.
Bop.
No, I remember watching this with my dad. I was like 10 or 11. And I've said it before on here, I believe, we were just laughing so hard at when the Hansons first take the ice with the team, because they're goons.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, it's like a 2 minutes long scene of them just fucking people up. And we were dying laughing. And it's such a good classic movie. I'd love to hear more people talk about it other than just like the sports movie.
Yeah.
Great comedy.
I'll have to watch that one too.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, that sounds good. My 39 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Whenever this came out, it kind of blew my mind.
Right.
Just how much work went into it. They have all the different versions of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They created like a brand new art style for the movie where it's like comic book, but fluid animation, but it's kind of choppy at times and stuff too.
Okay.
It's insane.
Yeah, I own this movie. I haven't watched it yet.
No,
No.
it's one of the best Spider-Man movies, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
So.
It kind of blew my mind. It was
Okay.
really good. But the first time I watched it, you're kind of like kind of thrown off a little bit because the animation is so different.
Okay.
And you're kind of watching and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then like 10 minutes in, you kind of forget about it.
Okay.
And it's just great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 38, I have The Fly, the 1986
Oh, no.
Jeff Goldblum. Did you forget it?
I did.
Oh, that's great. Spoiler alert, it's not in your top 36.
No. Shit.
Yeah. We've watched this movie together, I think, twice.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. I love it.
Yeah. It's so much fun to watch it with someone that's never seen it,
Oh,
too.
definitely.
Like, last time we watched it, my wife had never seen
Right.
this movie.
Yeah.
There's a few times where you know what's coming and you
Yeah.
just kind of look over to see their
That's
reaction.
exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
great.
Great movie. Great sci-fi
Mm-hmm.
classic.
Number 38 for me, Ready or Not.
Okay.
Loved this movie. It's perfect amount of like cheesiness
Yeah.
and just like an original fun idea that I just thought it was great.
Yeah.
You have Samara Weaving, who just got married to the Milton family, I think it is.
Okay.
And they, what is it? They decide they're going to play hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
So it's a very dark version of hide and seek where
It
she
is.
needs to hide for the night or she gets murdered.
Yeah.
And it's just, she takes matters into her own hands.
Yeah.
By the end of it, she's just a bloody mess, and she's just a badass in this. It's a really fun movie.
It's a great one. Number 37, I have No Country for Old Men. Coen Brothers.
That's a good one.
Love this
Another
movie.
one I forgot on my list.
This one, came out like, going to be 15 years, 16 years, 2007.
Yeah.
I remember hearing all the Oscar buzz about it. Like, holy shit, this movie. And I remember watching it. I watched this one about that time, and I loved it from the start.
Yeah.
You get Josh Brolin, you get, what the fuck is his
Tommy
name?
Lee
Yeah,
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, and Jesus, I can't remember his name.
Anthony, is it?
Yeah, it's not. It's
No.
maybe an A name. Anyway, I remember he won the best.
Javier Bardem.
There you go.
Yes. Anthony Bourdain kept popping
That's
into
all
my
I
head.
could think of was Bourdain. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not Bourdain.
No, it's not a dead chef.
When he won the Oscar and he thanked the Coens for giving him the worst haircut
Yeah.
to walk around with for 3 months or whatever, it was just like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Great movie though, fun
Yeah.
action thriller.
My number 37, In the Spirit of Christmas.
Ooh,
It's a made-for-TV movie
ooh,
called Muppet Family Christmas.
okay. This is the one that you've been looking for
Yeah.
on DVD or whatever.
Yeah, apparently there is a DVD copy
Oh
made,
shit. Okay.
but it has cut a scene with Fozzie Bear and a snowman where they're like telling jokes back and forth
Really?
because they don't have the rights to the music.
Oh, that sucks.
And I guess it's out of print now because of just like licensing. Because in the movie, you get the Muppets, you get Sesame Street, and the Fraggles,
Right.
all in the same movie.
Wow.
And it's so cool. Like, you got them all interacting with each other, and like the Swedish chef is trying to cook Big Bird for Christmas dinner.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just
So, is there
amazing.
any way to watch this movie? Like,
it's on YouTube.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. Especially, it's not like 10 or 15 years ago when it was like watching it on a phone or
Yeah.
a computer or something like that. At least now you can put it on a 75-inch TV.
That's right.
So that's good.
Yeah, and I'd recommend anyone who likes Christmas movies at all, like, go watch this one on YouTube. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Probably not you, because you're not a Muppet
No.
fan, but
I'd like to
anybody
check
else.
it out though, just to kind of see, you know.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's kind of a rare thing to have all these
Yeah, all the Henson
put into
properties. Yeah,
one. So
and Jim Henson makes an appearance in this movie.
Okay.
I won't say where, but
love
that's
it.
awesome.
Good. Number 36, I have The Martian. Don't believe you've seen this
Not
one yet.
yet.
Yeah, you got to get on this one. I was just talking to this a guy at work about this last night. Matt Damon gets left behind and has to figure out how to survive on Mars for X amount of days, however many days it is. And it's a great... I don't know. They made fun of this at the Golden Globes because it was nominated for comedy musical. Mm-hmm. It definitely has comedy in it. Like, Matt Damon fucking does some funny shit in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a drama. Like,
Yeah.
it's got that. Like, if you have this in your comedy section, you're a strange person. But it's a great movie. Great. You know, one guy. It's a lot like Castaway, kind of. You know, you get the one guy for most of the movie.
That's what I picture whenever you were telling me
Yeah.
just now, too. I was like, that sounds like Castaway. But
Yeah, but this one they have the benefit of cutting back to Earth and seeing, you know, and on the spaceship and everything like that. So it's a whole thing. But great watch. I love it.
Nice. Going back to back child-friendly movies.
Okay.
My number 36 is The Great Chipmunk Adventure.
Nice.
The Chipmunks and the Chipettes are in a competition to get around the world in a hot air balloon.
Right.
They stop at each location to pick up these teddy bears of themselves that they got to bring back.
Okay.
Turns out, the bad guys are smuggling diamonds in these teddy bears.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's kind of the basic plot of it. Some really good music in this one. They do a version of Wooly Bully.
Oh, okay.
And The Boys of Rock and Roll are the two best songs in the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. Also very expensive to try and buy these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 35, I have Dazed and Confused.
I was wondering when this was going to show up on your
Yeah,
list.
it was, tough to fit all these in.
Yeah.
God, there's so many good movies.
There is.
My opinion, I think this would be the number one soundtrack, in my opinion.
Okay.
For me personally, I love the rock music from the 70s. That's what this is full of.
Little tease. I think my favorite soundtrack is going to show up on this list as well.
Okay. So Dazed and Confused, number 35.
My number 35, we're doing a trifecta of kids' movies here.
Oh, boy.
The Strangers.
Okay. Gotta sit your young ones down.
Yeah. Great family comedy.
That scene when she's just fucking hearing stuff and she kind of pulls the drapes back and there's a fucking creep there with a bag on his head.
Yeah.
The kids just laugh at that.
They think it's so funny.
Great.
They're like, Daddy, who's the Baghead Man? And I'm like, that's his name.
Yeah.
He's just Baghead Man.
When you go to sleep, peer out your window and sometimes he'll be there.
Yeah. One of the best horror movies for tension that I've ever seen.
Oh, for sure.
Like, being alone in the woods at this, like, cabin. These people are clearly not survivalists in any way.
Yeah.
They got marital problems.
Yeah.
They're just having a bad time before it gets going. And then from that first doorbell, it just gets crazy from there.
That's right. Down spiral.
Yep.
Number 34, I have The Perfect Storm.
Nice.
Fishermen think they can outrun it or whatever the fuck. I love this movie, but there's a thing about this movie where when they're riding the storm out, the music, they do things and the music changes to lighten it up. And it's like, oh shit, these people are going to make it. And then it's like, and it just gets dark and the music goes down again. You're like, God damn, these people can't get out of this shit. And it's just a horrendous storm. Great special effects especially for the time being, the early 2000s and the water with the boat and everything, making it actually look like they're going up this 100-foot wave or whatever.
Yeah. Great poster, too.
Yeah, like, great poster.
Of the wave.
Yeah. It's a yearly watch for us, so I think I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure all 100 of my top 100 are yearly watches for me anyway.
I was going to say all 100 of your top 100 had Mark Wahlberg in them.
Yeah, but, a lot do.
Yeah, you tell me DiCaprio's your favorite actor, but I think Wahlberg is actually in more movies on this list.
Maybe. I'll break that down too.
Yeah. Number 34 for me is yet another Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
No Way Home. Oh, that was the latest one.
Yes.
Okay.
This kind of blew my mind. I've used that phrase once before in this list.
You're allowed.
Talking about Spider-Man, but the fact that this even got made is insane to me. If you had told me just even a couple of years ago that this was going to happen, I'd be like, you're full of shit. There's no way they could ever pull this off.
Yeah.
Here we are. It was made. I don't want to say too much for people that haven't seen it yet, because it is kind of newish, and if you don't know, which is insane if you don't know, but if you don't know what happens in it, I don't want to be the one to ruin that for you.
Yeah. Okay. Number 33, I have Scream. The original Scream, not Scream 5 or whatever.
Cream.
The original Scream brought slashers back. I can never complain about that, so love the movie.
Spoiler, not on my list.
Okay.
Number 33 for me, Big Fish.
Okay.
Spoiler, not on your list?
Not on my list.
I love this movie. Ewan McGregor is great. He's the big fish in a small pond, and he goes off to bigger things and kind of realizes that that's not the case.
Yep.
There's a whole story with this guy listening to his dad's stories. Ewan McGregor's the one acting them out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't believe that any of them have happened.
Yeah.
You got Danny DeVito in this movie.
Right.
You got the guy that was the actual giant.
The giant from the Rob Zombie movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of his name.
I can't remember it either. I see him right now. He's got that, he's 7'2" 11 or whatever the hell he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love it.
No, I used to hate this movie, hate it, and then I watched it again this year, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
That's fine.
So, yeah. Number 32 for me, I have The Deer Hunter. Great movie. Have you seen this one?
This is the one with the rabbit named Thumper, the skunk flower.
That's the one.
Yes.
And man hunts mother and...
Yes, then yes. Yes, I have.
If you haven't seen this one...
I haven't.
There is... this one's set up in three different... It's a 3-hour long movie, 3 different parts. The whole first half is them living normal lives before they go to Vietnam. The whole second half is them in Vietnam. And then the third half is kind of post-life war thing. It all happens, you know... The 2 main characters are Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken. And, sorry. Yeah, it's you get Meryl Streep in there. Just a great movie.
I've always heard the name of it, but never once even thought what this is about.
Yeah. It's strange because it is a war movie. Like the Deer Hunt, it's called The Deer Hunter, I guess, because they go hunting up in the mountains of Pennsylvania or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They hunt deer.
Yeah.
The whole Vietnam stuff. If you don't like war, there's some rough shit in this one. I know most Vietnam movies, like Platoon and those movies, they do have those scenes where it's like, holy shit, like... Fuck. And this is not really any different. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. But a great movie.
There's a lot of war movies that I haven't watched yet. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to make a point of trying to watch a few of them.
Okay.
Because it's, really, really low.
Yeah.
The amount I've actually seen.
I really love them. It's kind of fun for me to... Not really fun, I guess. It's just like, it's educational in a way to be like, look at what these people had to go through.
Yeah. And
that's another, like a lot of war movies, this one's not based off of anything, but a lot of them are. And it's like, even if it's not 100% accurate, they're still like, holy shit. Like,
yeah,
fuck, that sucks. And, you know, you live here, you want a hot shower, you go have a hot shower.
Yeah.
You go lay down in a nice comfy bed. It's completely different world.
Yeah.
So
it's like Remembrance Day shouldn't just be used as a day off.
Yeah, exactly.
You should actually be considerate
of
what they went through.
That's right. You're number 32.
My number 32, along the same veins as yours, actually, Monsters, Inc.
Nice. Randall.
Yeah.
So you like this one more than Up?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I like better in this one.
Yeah.
I think the whole story all the way through is better.
Mm-hmm.
I love the animation of Sully and how they did all the fur as individual texture.
Right, yeah.
Which is insane. It's all little hairs.
No, that's good.
Mike Wazowski's hilarious.
Yep.
I love at the start of the movie where they have the commercial for Monsters, Inc.
Right.
And they show like the group shot of all the monsters and the logo goes over him.
Right.
And Sully's like, oh, sorry, Mike. He's like, I was on TV. And he's like so excited for it.
Yeah, that's right.
It makes me laugh every time.
That's good.
Yeah. And Boo is adorable.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Good one. Number 31, I have The Departed. Another Mark Wahlberg movie, but this time DiCaprio's in it too.
So they cancel each other out.
That's right. I love it. I don't expect this will be on your top 32.
No.
But, I watched the Chinese version of this movie. Yeah, it's based off of a Chinese movie.
Oh.
Yeah. If for those of you at home that can't see, you can describe. Departed is here, Chinese version, which is called Infernal Affairs, right there.
Oh, wow.
It is close.
So Coulson is holding his hands up millimeters apart.
That's right.
Wow.
Love it.
And it had subtitles?
Subtitles.
Wow.
There's 3 of them. I used to own all 3. I must have got rid of 2 of them. I must not have liked part 2 or 3. But they just released is it Criterion?
Yep.
Criterion edition of the trilogy. So I'm contemplating buying that.
Those are good too, because they have so many bonus features
Right.
and like behind the scenes stuff and interviews and
So yeah, I
It'd
might
be
pick
worth
that
it.
up. But for now, number 31, I have The Departed.
nice.
Yeah. Which, sorry, you don't like The Departed, right?
Correct.
So I wonder if you watched Infernal Affairs, if you would like it or not.
Maybe.
Being, it's not, it's similar, it's very, very similar. There's some of the scenes are almost shot for shot the same.
Oh, okay.
But, it takes place in China. There are subtitles, which you're not bothered by that.
No, not at all.
So yeah, we should get you on that at some point and see
Yeah.
what you think.
And I gotta say, it's been many, many years since I watched The Departed.
Right.
I was younger. My attention span didn't exist at all.
Right.
And I just thought it was boring.
Okay.
I was bored. Going into it now, I think I could look at it with a more, like, I don't want to say educated, because I don't want to sound like some fucking snob.
Right.
But like a more, like, I don't know.
It would be more educated.
Yeah.
I guess. That does make sense.
Yeah, I've watched a lot more movies since I watched that one.
And you even liked The Irishman, which,
Yeah.
You're not a huge mob
No.
movie person, and you enjoyed that enough.
Yeah, I did.
So maybe this one would do better than whatever the hell you'd rate it
Yeah.
back then.
It might.
Yeah, anyway, you can continue, sorry. Number 31 for you.
31 for me is Borat.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen, he should have been nominated for an Oscar for this.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was.
I
doubt it.
think so. I think he won the Golden Globe for writing it.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
it's so insane.
Yeah.
The stuff that he says in this movie, I would say like, oh, you wouldn't get away with that now, but he made a sequel
He
and
did.
he got away with it.
He did.
A little bit of controversy, but
You'd expect
Yeah.
that.
and he does such a good job with both of them. Like the sequel, he does a really good job of making it so people are like, "Hey, you're Borat." And he's like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Number 30, I have 7. Brad Pitt,
Ooh.
Morgan Freeman.
Great one.
Yeah, David Fincher directing. It's one of my favorite movies.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
He's the dog. He
That's
voices the
right.
dog.
That's right. Yeah, love this movie though. Two detectives are investigating these killings that are happening of the 7 deadly sins. So
Yeah.
you get to see all these different fucked up crime scenes. And yeah, great movie.
It is. And I love the chemistry between the two of them.
Oh yeah.
Like, just the more they get to know each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's really good.
Yeah, they play off each other really well.
My number 30. Looking at my list, I may have put this a little higher
Oh boy.
than I originally intended to put it. But I still like it a lot. And that's Catfish.
Okay.
This movie's fucked up.
Yeah.
Basically, a guy gets all these letters from a fan of his because I think he's a photographer for a magazine or something.
Yeah, sounds right.
And they're paintings by this little girl. So they're like, oh, we're going to go meet this little girl and we're going to do a documentary about it. But when they get there... Oh no, and the little girl, has an older sister that becomes a love interest, so he
Right.
wants to meet her. Yeah. Things
It's
go off the rails a
a
bit.
little catfishing.
A little catfishing, which is funny because before this movie came out, I never knew that term
No, I
existed.
didn't either.
It ended up spawning a whole TV show
That's right,
on
yeah.
MTV with the same people, so yeah.
I think I own this movie. I'll have to watch that one again. It's
Yeah.
been a long time for me.
I really like it.
No, good. Number 29.
Yeah.
29, I have Aliens.
Oh, yes.
James Cameron war sci-fi movie.
It's so fun.
Yeah, so much fun. If you liked Alien and you just thought to yourself, man, this just needed more aliens, then watch the sequel because they deliver. Lots of action, lots of shit going on.
Yep.
There's 2 different cuts. You can watch the director's cut. You can watch the theatrical cut. They're very different movies. One's like 40 minutes longer, I think, or 30 minutes longer. Great. Love these movies.
Nice.
Yeah. You're number 29?
My number 29, Almost Famous.
Oh, I thought this would be higher on your list. Didn't break the top 25.
It didn't.
Okay.
But I mean, 29, you're still up there.
It's in the top 30.
It is. And this is the movie I think probably has the best soundtrack.
Okay.
I love the songs in this movie.
Yeah, it's good pick.
Yeah. And it ties in. This is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Because they got the Chipmunks Christmas song playing at the start.
That's right.
So it's a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so is this.
You know it.
Yeah. Great movie. A kid wants to be a reporter for a rock and roll magazine. Yeah. And ends up going on tour, basically, with Stillwater.
Wow, I cannot believe you remembered the name of the band. I watched that movie like 3 months ago. I could not remember it. No.
Yeah, the band's name's Stillwater.
Stillwater.
I love the song Fever Dog that they sing.
Uh-huh.
And they do a great version of Tiny Dancer.
Right.
On the
bus.
airplane. Or bus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's after the party.
Right.
After he fucks up at the party. Yeah, good pick.
Yeah, fun movie.
Number 28, I have The Goonies.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I've been making some mistakes.
Oh, boy.
Well.
This is one I've been watching yearly for about 20 years or more now.
Mm-hmm.
One of those classic fucking 80s adventure movies.
Yeah.
You get the group of kids and the bad guys chasing them, and they're going for treasure. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
So much fun. Just great sets in this movie, great acting, and fun watch.
Yeah.
So.
Probably my favorite Corey Feldman movie.
Yeah, mine too, I would think. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. 28 for me, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay.
Just a fun comedy. You got Jason Segel and Kristen Bell. They've split up. She goes on vacation to Hawaii. He decides to go on vacation to Hawaii as well.
The same resort.
Yeah. This was my introduction to Russell Brand.
Right.
I haven't really enjoyed anything else I've seen Russell Brand in besides this that I can think of.
Did you Get Him to the Greek?
I have to rewatch it.
Okay.
I watched it once and I didn't like it.
Okay.
But I think that's because I liked Forgetting Sarah Marshall so much.
Right, you're kind of let down
in
a way.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. Me and my wife quote this movie a lot.
Okay. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Number 27, I have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Great pick.
Steve Martin, John Candy. Again, another getting home thing. Shit goes wrong. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong.
Yeah.
But it's done so well that it's hilarious.
I love how much of a dick Steve Martin is to John Candy in this movie.
He's so mean. The one speech that he gives him when John Candy's just standing there, like taking it all, and he's
is that in the hotel room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. When you're telling a story, have a point. And he looks so heartbroken.
Yeah.
And it's got such great drama moments in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
It's so funny that John Candy's job is like shower ring
salesman. That's right. Yeah.
27 for me is Life of Pi.
Okay.
Normally, I don't find movies live up to the book.
Right.
This one totally does. I really didn't know how they were going to pull it off, considering the first 100 pages of the book is him learning about religion.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, this could be a rough one.
Yeah.
But no, they do a great job. The CGI and stuff is really, really incredible in this one. Crazy that the company went out of business right after doing this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think they even won an Oscar.
Yeah, it sounds
for it.
Possible.
They were nominated anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. wonderful movie.
Good.
About a guy stranded on the ocean with some wild animals with him.
That's right. Good. This is my final one for today.
Yeah.
Number 26, and to wrap my list up, I have Fargo.
Oh, great one.
Yeah. Another one. What's that?
More Coen brothers.
That's right. A lot of these movies I was introduced to by my mom. This was her favorite movie, I believe. And yeah, I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good, so well done. Get the classic. Fuck is his name?
William H. Macy.
Thank you. He's the best in this movie.
He is.
Trying to keep it all together. You get the Minnesota accents. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. I watch it every year. It's one of those ones that's perfect. Whenever there's like a snowstorm or something, you just kind of want to watch this one.
I was going to say, whenever it gets a little snowier, I'm going to watch this one for sure.
No, it's great. I want to go to Pancake House.
Me too.
Your number 26.
My number 26 is a movie I think deserves more love.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was nominated. I think Sam Rockwell even won Best Supporting Actor for this one, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah, he won for that.
Yeah. You got Frances McDormand in it as well.
Yep.
Just a crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using that term a lot, but...
These are all... That's what it is. It's crazy and epic and fantastic.
Yeah. You have a woman whose daughter was murdered, and she feels the cops aren't doing enough to find the killer.
Yep.
So she takes out these billboards and puts them up, asking the cops, like, what are you going to do to help me out here?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't you solved this case? You got Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's great.
One of the best roles he's ever done.
Yeah, he was nominated along with Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Either one of them could have won, and it would have been fine by me. They were both great. I think Sam was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they're both fantastic.
There's a certain part in this movie that I won't give away, but Woody Harrelson, his monologue, we'll say, just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Unreal movie.
Yeah.
So that will do it for our 50 to 26. Next week, it's a big one.
We wrap it up.
Yeah. 25 to number 1.
Exciting.
It is. I can't wait to see what you have. Right. Also, let us know from 50 to 26, who would you rather watch their list of movies?
Yep.
I feel like you're going to have the edge on this one.
Okay.
A lot of mine are kind of silly.
Yeah.
You have a lot of classics in there.
I do. I have a lot of well-known top 250 in a lot of people's lists, I think. But yeah, that's just where my heart is, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fun.
If I've watched them, then maybe
yeah,
be on there too. But,
that's right.
Yeah. So that'll do it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure to go back and check out our last 2 episodes where we did our other countdowns.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week with the big one. Bye.